And we're back. My name is Eileen and I'm with popgeeks.com, and today we are going to dive into Toaplan Arcade Collection Volume 2 with a collection of games such as Zero Wing, Hellfire, Alcon, Grindstormer, Truxton II, Vimana, and Twin Hawk. The games on this collection span between the mid-80s and the early 90s, so we should have fun. We've already gone through Volume 1's games, and this is going to be some more of that. We're going to see some more horizontal scrolling shooters in this one. Not so many games with individual characters that you control, like human beings or aliens or anything like that. Nothing sentient, just mainly aircraft and space jets and stuff like that in this one. So let's jump in right now. All right, let's start with Zero Wing. We've got some different versions of the game here, a 1-player and 2-player. We are going to jump into the 1-player right now. All right, so we've got our basics over here of how to play the game. Let's check out our options now. Let's see, we have our dip switches. We have it set to USA. Difficulty is B. Got 5 lives. Whoops. Assist, again, we're going to be playing on very easy mode today. And let's see. Hop on over to display. Right now, we're going to have our stats overlay up, and we're going to keep our backdrop on mirror. It does start with tutorial mode. You'll see what kind of power-ups or types of shots and beams and stuff like that you have on the right side of the screen over there. And let's see what else. We want to do filters, and of course, as always, when we're playing this, we have our scan lines on. Because might as well go for that classic arcade experience. Because we got to watch the story for this one. That part's important. So war was beginning. Now, one of the reasons why this game is famous is because, have you heard of memes?
No.
Memes are basically like jokes that they make with an image. Because back when this game came out, translations of the games weren't always all that great. So what's going to come up over here is really famous.
Who's that?
That's the bad guy, I think. Captain says, "It is you." His name's Katz. See, he's saying, "How are you, gentlemen? All your base belong to us." And that's very famous. You're on the way to destruction. What are you saying? Thank you for your cooperation. You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Captain. Launch every zig. The zigs are our only remaining option. May there be hope for our future. We are counting on the zigs for great justice. Press start. Got 1 credit. Oh, so yeah, so they're tracking exactly how many times you have to add another quarter, as it were. Oh, that was neat. Alright, we are in space, and we're shooting stuff. Lasers. As always, we're gonna try out all our weapons over here. Ooh, don't shoot me. Let's try and get you to... Ooh, that was close. I have a feeling that on a harder mode, that probably actually would have taken me out. Do we get a buddy? Oh, speed up. That's pretty good, too. Whoa. Go around that. Whoa. Stop. I don't like these guys. Trying to avoid all the scatter fire. And for those of us who used to play shooters at home, this is kind of the format that you're used to, more of a horizontal scroller. Haha. I just realized I was keeping track of the bullets. Because the number went up really high already. Don't shoot me with your lasers. I thought it would have let me pick that up. Oh, what's that? I don't like how many eyes or mouths it has, whatever it is. Oh. It's got a flamethrower in its mouth. Kind of like an alien. With flamethrower mouth. Okay. That wasn't too bad. On very easy mode, that is. Alright. So as you might have been able to tell, I never actually got to play Zero Wing before, so this is fun for all of us. So this is a competence shooter so far, but I'm not really seeing anything that puts it above any other shooter that I played. Well, yet anyway, who knows? Alright, wonder how long it'll be till we hit 10,000 bullets. What was that? Power up. We got some little buddies.
What is that game?
This is one of the ones that we were trying yesterday. This one is Zero Wing.
Oh my gosh. That was a robotic monster.
Yeah, it was.
That thing was creepy.
And we took it down.
Wait, you took it down?
Yep. For the feature. I exploded. That is probably what happens when you crash into the ceiling. Egg. Well, having little buddies here helps. And also keeps from everything going on screen from being a little too simplistic. Speed up. So have you played Zero Wing before? And tell us about your Zero Wing experiences. Like, what stood out in the game for you outside of the internet famous meme from the opening animation? All your base are belong to us. What is... Oh, ceiling turrets got me. Your laser's away from... I am going to go away from you. Yeah, those little guys are tough. Music's cool. I do kind of dig the music here. Not right. Don't like how tough those little power-ups are to pick up. I'm not gonna hit that. Can you put this? Alright, creating power. I think I like this one better. I think I'm going to try and stick with this for as long as possible, this targeting one. Lost the targeting one. Alright, let's give it one more continue. If it'll let us. Yes. Alright, got a little buddies back. Oh, I guess I better navigate around here. Oh, what's that? Let's not get hit by these. Oof. Oh, I exploded. How do you even get past that without having to dump another quarter into this? In the arcades? That's terrifying. Alright, stage 3. I think this is the best track so far. Where do you think you're going? Whoa. Pull that off too. It's going to be tough to do from this angle. And from that spot. Let's see. If we can do it this time. Oh, that's really narrow. Oh, come on, dude. Too many. No, you can't even do any damage on him. Oh well. Stay over here and shoot as long as we can without having to move. Alright. Some of the spaceship design is kind of interesting in this one. Like these ships that look like they have alien forehead. Alright, got through that one. Gotta sneak on past this. Nope. Just gonna keep on moving. Okay. A little different than the other ones. Take that. For justice. Alright, I'll say that this one on very easy is probably a little too easy. But that's okay. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to not move at all. We're just going to stay right here. There we go. Alright, let's see what comes up next. Whoa. Okay. That's kind of cool. Oh. I'm not surprised. Oh, all the way back here? I hate it when games do that. Or your aircraft or your space jet or whatever you're using goes and bites it, and you gotta go further back in the level or all the way back to the beginning. No me gusta. I don't like it. Alright, let's go get ourselves killed again. not get hit by the giant fireball again. Okay, we made it this time. 8,000 bullets. This music's pretty cool too. This track. Alright, this is cool. I think we got a sense of what zeroing is like if you haven't gotten to play it before. You have to take a look at some of the options that are available to customize the game so that you can play it however you want to. Alright, let's see. Let's give Alcon a shot. Alcon is from 1986. We've got something called Slap Fight over here and actual Alcon. So let's jump into actual Alcon. Alright, we got our bomb, our rewinds, our slowdown. We can speed up. Okay, that's interesting. And let's hop over into our settings and just check everything out. Alright. Assist, we're on very easy again. Our display. Let's throw up our stats again. And our filters on. We got our scan lines. Right. Let's jump in. Ah, this is really old school. Oh, limited range on our bullets. And that kind of bums me out. Let's see. Alright, got some stuff over here. Alright. The star's going to bump up our score a little bit. All the enemies that we're running to on screen are moving in very meticulous patterns. See this over here? I want to know what this is about. Okay. It lasted a while. We got 52 enemies before we went down. For airline, or got 52 different. Got 52. Got more than 50 enemies before our aircraft went down. Okay. So I think what I'm not digging about this one is that it's very, very... The movements of the bad guys are very, very methodical. Alright, we got our first run through, and those are the excellent players that are not us. Okay, sends us back to the beginning of the game. I think we'll give this one another run through and see how far we get this time. Things you shoot at that are shooting at you that you can explode. I don't want to run into you. This kind of feels like the game, you know, it's okay, but it's not super exciting or anything like that. And it's one of the games that you include in the collection to keep it historically complete. It's not really all that different than any of the other games. And some of the other games did this whole thing way better. It's got some interesting things, like I like this background that's going on over here. It's got lots of little widgets and buttons and vents. It looks a little like a circuit board in some places. Oh, this looks like it's annoying. That actually could have been worse. That is a lot of scatter fire. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't too bad, but it has just gotten kind of annoying. That was a lot of stuff to try and dodge there. Bummer. Looks like we've got one more life. I don't know how much longer we're going to last because there's kind of a lot going on right now. And I'm not dodging everything that's coming in my direction. Ah, there we go. Oh, dude, come on. No way. Alright, we got most of them. Let's try and get over here. Did not get too far with that line of attack. Alright, let's put our name in over here. And then I think we're going to jump to another game. because we got to experience a little bit of history over here and see this game and see how other games went and improved upon the formula. Let's see. I was looking forward to see whatever that power rank up thing was, but we didn't quite get there today. And now we're going to jump into Vimana. Vimana World and Japan. Let's go with World. Got our how to play. Send our mirrored background. Now let's hop over to options and take a look at dip switches. And it looks good to me. Yep, very easy again. English and overlay is off. Let's see our stats again. And our filter is just fine with scan lines. Okay. Feel like any game that starts with the forearm statues on your side can't be too bad. At that. No, this one is playing a little more old school in that the background isn't scrolling along or panning along with us as we move to the left and right. But it is faster paced. The music is kind of cool. There's some good detail on here. And so far, the enemies that you're running into are that difficult to kill. Not like in an annoying way. We got a little bit of that multi-plane style background going on here. Nice. Gotta love some laser waves. You're seeing some familiar things here and some ideas used in different ways. And this feels like a fast game. This doesn't feel like it's sluggish or slow in any way. Whatever that is. Just had a very confusing moment where I wasn't sure if those little bubbles were bullets or not. Hello. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that a lot in the other games. I guess we must have entered a new area. If I just stay right between them. Oh, bummer. Okay, at least we picked up from where we died. That's helpful for us. That is a sign of a slightly more forgiving shoot 'em up. Like tiny little alligators. So I can take that in. Awesome. Got it. Cool. Alright, let's see what we're up against next. That's a different way of bringing the bad guys in. Oh. I don't remember any of the other games having jets rise out of a pit. Let's get our bonus. Oh. Spawn tiny ones. What's up next? Oh, I think it says Toa. Alright, back into the abyss. Let's get those power-ups before too many enemies come. Try to take us down. And when you have these collections, one of the things that you have to worry less about whether the game's good or not, or whether it has historical significance, because it probably has either one of the two. But there was a period of time where when you bought... Oops. That's alright, we'll start over from the beginning for a minute. Where when you bought one of these collections, you had to be worried about how well the game was emulated. Because you would have problems with, visual quirks on screen, Now, sometimes the sound would be off. You'd have like this weird screechy sound all of a sudden. Not enough attention was paid to the emulation of the game. So you did not have a smooth experience. You didn't have an experience that really replicated what you got to play in the arcades. Because again, if you have a monitor that you can put vertically here, or you can just take your switch screen and just turn it vertically, and you could have something that's, as comparable to the arcade experience as you can probably get with just your standard accessories. But this is a pretty good. I feel like this is a pretty good replication of the arcade experience. So far, we've only run into a problem with one of the games here, where maybe it was due to our own confusion, or there's something that just needs to be fixed, where two-player mode wasn't working properly. Where one-player mode was fine, but it switched over to two-player mode, and neither of the controllers would control that player. And I believe that was in Grindstormer. I'll have to go back to that video and double check. What care was taken in this collection? And even for the couple of games that I didn't enjoy so much, they still ran very well, and they were still representative of that period of time, and they were historically significant to both this company and to this genre. So a whole lot of the other games that we play today were inspired by games like these, and sometimes specifically these games. Do you have any friends watching today who used to play in the arcades? What's the game that you spent the most money on? What did you pour all your quarters into? Is it any of the games that we've been playing in these two collections? In either Toaplan Arcade Collection Volume 1 or 2. I think that once we take out this guy over here, we're probably going to move on to the next game. Alright, here I said we were going to move on to the next game, and I'm getting mesmerized by this one. One more game. This is Twin Hawk EU, an S, and that one over there, which I do not know the translation for, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it right now. We are already in scan lines for our filter. Let's see if I can go to dip switches. It's fine. Yep, I'll get there, just in case you want to see. There's the options you have, and then back on display, maybe let's turn on our stats again. It looks like this is also a two-player game, and we are doing another wartime game. We are going to be playing a tiny little plane. Okay, this looks like it'd be fun as a two-player game. Twin Hawk is from 1989, it looks like. Alright, let's jump in. We've got some chill music going on here. As we take off from our runway. This kind of feels like the right vibe to go with for the last game in the collection. Alright, that's good. I was worried this would be one of those games where our fire had limited range. And would force us to get a little closer in on all these enemies. Which is not my preference with this type of game. So I think I kind of like these shmups where you've got the crazy lasers that sometimes target your enemies. Already, I think I like this a little more than some of the other older war games that we played in these collections, where you are an itty-bitty plane. Okay, let's see what happens when we lose that last life. We're going to continue where we died, or are they going to send us back for a new level? Are we going to have to start the level all over again? Let's keep going. That's definitely not the easiest game in the collection. But it's not the toughest side of it so far. Oh. Let's definitely give this some more time if you can. We'll continue. And my son Bennett's been having some fun trying these games out. And he got to beat a couple of them too, which is pretty cool for him. Because those were the first video games that he has played all the way through and beaten. So. And like one of the things that you'll have happen when you have a younger one playing the game is that sometimes they'll want to give up when the game gets too hard, but he chose to keep going at it until he got past some of the stuff in the game. So you like seeing that sort of perseverance. And keep going and keep trying to get better until you get past it. You can't really give up once you start coming up against something tough. Gotta keep going. Yeah, it's just too much going on here. I think we're just gonna have to try and get past it if we can. Alright, we got a little more firepower now. I'm gonna have to try and keep getting past. Nice. It's a pretty cool obliterated city. That's fair. I took a lot of damage in. Alright, we'll go one more round on this. Jump for this guy. It's kind of cool how they join together. He's still kicking. It's pretty sure that guy was down. He's still shooting at me. Let's try and get that power. Alright, I feel like we got a good idea of what Twin Hawk is about. That was pretty cool. I'm usually not into these games where you're playing old more playing, but I like that one. The music was pretty tight too. So, and overall, I would have to say that the collection over here, these shoe collections, were pretty good additions to the collection. We got 1-player, 2-player, and 1-player beta. So a few different versions of the game to try out. Alright, here's all of our how to play stuff. We got our stats up. And let's just take a super quick look through our options. Got a region. It looks like we don't have any continues on this game, so that's probably no good for us. Very easy mode, hitboxes, audio display. Original frame rate on. Overlay is our stats. And mirror and our filters are all good. We got our scan lines. So let's jump in. Alright, there's a cool little animation going on there. Let's get down to business. Looks like we have 4 ships. Little orbity things. Let's get that power up. Okay, that's a little better. I'm digging lasers on this. Don't like that I can't do anything about those guys behind me. Nice. Supercharging our lasers. Oh, back cannons. We're just gonna have to try and do our best to make it through here. Oh, right at the beginning of the level. That's superb. Now, how many times do you think someone was playing this game and their spaceship exploded and they went back to the beginning of the level and they decided to not play anymore because sometimes when you play these games and they send you back further, you end up dying before the last place that you died, during the last run anyway. Sometimes you'll make it further in a previous run than you will in your current run. And the game is just like tough. You gotta deal with it. Give me your borders. Alright, let's take these 2 things out because we can. No way to take care of these guys, huh? Nope. We're just gonna try and get through as fast as we can then. Alright, we made a little further this time at least. Got him. And exosuits. Ooh, more lasers. Always for more lasers. Whatever that is. Get out of here. Nope. I will not be able to take them out today. Don't give me less lasers. Ooh. Oh. I backed into that. Let's get that and that. And try to take these guys out. I'll take on a barrage of fire. Alright, we got that mech. And that. It's a little bit better. Yeah. How am I supposed to get that power up with all these guys in the way? let's see what's up next. Got a boss coming up or something? Forget, is this the one where you can... Yes. You can switch the direction of your fire. I forgot about that. You can shoot on the sides. Because I did give this game a test run before, and I totally forgot that you could do this. And that actually adds another dimension to the game, and that's pretty cool. And now we're dead. Alright, we got as far as we could. And since there's no continues... Oh, there are continues. We're going to keep playing now. And give it one more go. I'm probably not going to get much further, but that's alright. Let's get our lasers. You have to go away. And you gotta give me room to get over here, to get that guy, to get this one, to get these, to get over here. Because I really want to take that guy, but I don't think I'm going to get to. Because he's way behind me now. Take that out. Get over here. Some damage over there. Get rid of you. Oh, cross shot. Let's get back here, see what we can do here. Not much. Got it. Oh. All the way back here. Alright. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, let's get that, and that, and that, and then we'll deal with these guys over here. Since we're in very easy mode anyway, we can take a little more damage. Got 3 more lives to give this a shot. Gotta explode that. Let's see. Nope, can't do that yet. Let's keep circling around them until we can get above them. Alright. Aw, man. Give us another shot, see if we can get through this time. Maybe if I try not to take as much damage over here. Okay, we're not doing great here. That's okay. I've got that. Let's get our bomb over here and then try and avoid this guy's shots. Got that. Let's get up here. Oh, already. Bummer. Alright, let's try it again. We didn't take as much damage there this time. So let's see how we do over here. This might be our last life. Try not to get hit. Alright, got that. And now he's gonna... at the bottom of the screen, we're going to take a few more shots. Now, Just gonna keep circling around until we find our opening. Got it. See, kids, just try your best and never give up. See, kids, just try your best and never give up. You can do it. Isn't it fun in these videos how I keep pointing out that there are instructions literally on the side of the screen in the tutorial mode and at the beginning of the game, and yet I didn't actually read them myself enough to figure out that I had multi-directional shooting in this game. Let's see, got a bomb. Oh, I exploded. Oh well. We got our last life over here. Let's see how far we can get before. We take the final hit. Feels like a lot of bullets coming at me, a lot of fire coming at me. For someone with such a weak weapon that as I have right now. Alright, let's get our power up here. Oh, ran right into it. Alright. I think we got a sense of this game. Let's put our initials in there. I'm gonna have to hop back over here and start again, but that's not bad because this is actually pretty fun. Get out of my way. So what do you think of Grindstormer versus some of the other ones that we played so far? Do you like the flavor? Do you like the weapons that you have? Do you like the variety of the enemies? What do you think of the music? And do you prefer these vertical scrollers, or are you a horizontal shooter person? Oh, bummer. Alright. Start a little further back, but it is what it is. We're still close to the boss, and it gives you a little bit of time to get in a couple of power-ups to help you out with this fight over here. Ooh, I should have used a bomb. Let's do it again. Yes, and yes, thank you. I think, though, that I'm going to try and wait till both vehicles are on screen this time. Nope. Gotcha. Stage 1 cleared. Oh, that's cool. I like that green stuff. Can those blow up, or are they just annoying and in the way? Looks like they're probably just annoying and in the way, so we'll try and avoid them. Did something blow up? That's a complication. That was an absurd amount of stuff to try and dodge and navigate around. I guess the secret is to try and take these guys out before they even become a threat. Oh, dude. Really? Okay. It's alright. We got this. Ha! That was kind of cool. I do not pick you. Oh, dude. Oh, that laser went right through. Alright, let's give it another go. Got a special. I'm just gonna try and explode this thing again, but not get hit by the laser this time. This game's no slouch. Kind of making itself a little bit of a challenge even in very easy mode. Yikes. Yeah, that was gonna happen. There's just way too much going on screen. That didn't take too long at all. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. I can dig that. That's pretty cool. Alright, boss battle. And a visiting cat. Do another bomb. Ooh. Oh, all the way back here? That makes sense. Okay, we got through that part. Okay, we're off to decent start. Might as well use all of our bombs. Let's try and take these guys down as quickly as possible. At least we got that special this time. Got that one. And let's keep trying to take these guys out. Made something explode. I don't know what. That's a tough one. And then it sends you all the way back here. Alright, let's see how much damage we can do this time. Already gone. It's always fun when you barely had a chance to blink and all of a sudden you're already out of the picture. Alright. I think we did our best, and it's always important to do your best. Let's give one of the other games a try. Alright, so Truxton's the next one we're gonna give a go to. What other options we have here? Okay. That's interesting. All right, check out options, dip switches, our assists, our display. Let's turn on our overlay for stats. Let's give this one a shot. Now this one is from 1988. You know, a little more of a... Definitely a little more of a classic game. We got some stuff going on here, some interesting stuff. We've got some stars in the background animating, and we can move all the way to the left and the right. And the camera kind of moves with us a little bit when we do that. Music's fun. You'll see some of the similar units that you fight against in Alcon, but we'll have some of the similar patterns that we saw out of the units that we were fighting against in Alcon, but when you add things like the additional music, the more detailed backgrounds, and a little bit of variation in how the tracks that they move along, it makes it a little more engaging. I don't like these ships. They look like alien toes. All right, got one. See if we can get this one too. Nice, a lot of scatter fire. All of a sudden, there's a whole lot going on. It's kind of difficult to dodge. All right, got one of them. Skip that. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Take out our space bugs, and I think we're gonna explode here again soon. changes our rapid fire slightly. I got one. That sounds like a boss battle. But it was not, they tricked us. It is, however, a change in scenery. Ah, all the way back here. That's a bummer. You will have to throw down some bombs. We're almost there. We might be able to take him down before we explode. Or maybe not. Yeah, we did it. I know I don't like those guys. We did get an electric laser, so that part's kind of cool. And try and get that. Get a bomb there. And the patterns on these ships are definitely more complex than those that we saw in Alcon. Oh, they got me. Alright, we got first place this time. And I think that we are going to hop into another game. And hop on over to Truxton II, the sequel from 1992. And it looks like we have a big lava jet shooting off the surface of a planet. So this game does have 2-player mode. Let's check out those dip switches. Looks like we get 3 lives and shooting styles full auto. No. Resist mode is on. And we got stats going on. And our backdrop. And we also have our filters. Of course, set to scan lines. Right over here. Now let's hop in and see what Truxton II has to offer. Okay, we can see the more complex animation and details. I like the targeting. This one, it's a step up from the previous game, definitely. All games are much more fun when you got some music to listen to while you play it. Ooh, that was close. No, they decided not to pull any punches with this one either. So it seems like the best thing to do is just avoid those guys. So pretty much off screen before you can do anything about them anyway. Oh. Alright, we're gonna game. Got some little buddies. Again, we're just gonna shoot him. Shoot. Pardon me. Alright, keep out of their way. So it looks like we've got some more kamikaze style bombers here. We're just gonna try and dive into you. That's cool. So far, there's no enemies coming up behind us. We'll see how long that lasts. This game is not nice. Alright, got that guy. Ooh, what was that? Okay. This is a little bit new. Has to dodge some asteroids. Venom. YouTube. Oh, this one's a big boy. you. Two. Oh. Yeah, we'll go again. Alright, in this game it's a little easier to tell how many lives you have and how many bombs you have. And take care of this one. Now, one of the marks of a decent shoot 'em up is how much tension you feel while you're playing it. You have a death grip on those controllers? That's a good game. Oh. Brutal. It's a lot. Which is why we're just gonna do that. Oh, what hit me? Okay. One last try. Oh, that's probably what hit me last time. Just gotta keep going. No. Alright, got our little buddies, and somehow still alive. Alright, that was pretty cool. I appreciate this game. That was tough as heck. So overall, I would say that this whole collection is pretty thoughtful. It includes multiple versions of the game sometimes. We don't have a lot of things like any extras like galleries or anything like that. But just having the extra versions of the games is pretty awesome. And then once you get into the game, not really too much in the way of glitches. And you have options as what you can do with the dip switches and even further customization than that. So you can get as close to the original gaming experience as possible. All right, well, thank you for joining us today for Toaplan Arcade Collection Volume 2, as we went through all these different games and had some fun and learned some stuff about video game history. Have you played Toaplan Arcade Collection Volume 2? Let us know what you thought in the comments. If you enjoyed what you saw today, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next video. Have a great one.